Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited that you clicked on this video. So if you couldn't already tell by the title, I'm doing another review, and this time is on Anastasia's new collaboration with Mario. So if you don't know who Mario was, who I didn't know who Mario was, Mario is actually Kim K's makeup artist. So that's kind of one of the reasons that I lean towards getting this palette, considering I don't need any more palettes. But I think it's cool to support makeup artists because I feel like a lot of time makeup artists to famous people don't get the credit that they need, and the fact that Anastasia recognized him and his talents and wanted to collab with him, I think is dope. So I'm all about supporting local artists, not local, any type of makeup artist, especially if I think your palette is worth getting. So this is the palette in question, and it is Master Palette by Mario. And I think the packaging is amazing. So it is black and gold. And then on the back, of course, you get the information on, what's in the palette. So let's open this baby. So this retailed for $45 with a total of 12 shades. Now in this packaging, obviously it matches the box, which is ideal, which I love. Now when we open the palette, you get what you usually get from every Anastasia palette. You get a mirror and you get the shades and you get the brush that always falls out. So this brush is noteworthy to talk about because this brush is amazing. I love this brush. So I did use this brush to create this look, and everything that I used to create this look is in this palette, except for my defining color, which I used from my old palette, which is the Anastasia Contour, because this doesn't have any deep shades to really help smoke out your look. So if you're not satisfied with these colors, you can always pull from different palettes. And I think it really depends on your skin tone, whether or not you have a shadow to smoke with. So let me stop rambling. So this is what the palette looks like, which I think is gorgeous. You see, I already put a dent in it. But anyway, these are the colors. So I'm gonna do live swatches for you guys. So I'm gonna start with the first row. So the first color in question is Hollywood. Whoa, I'm messing things up already. So this is Hollywood, and this is what it looks like. So Hollywood, in my opinion, is just a nice taupey color. I actually really like this color because I use this a lot on my channel, especially when I don't know what to do. So I'm a fan of this color. The next color is NYC, which is more of a I don't even know how to describe it. It has shimmer in it, and it's like a bronzy color. I don't know. The next color is Kim, and that's what I'm wearing on my wearing on my on my lids, which I really love. And obviously he named this after Kim K, and she does wear this color a lot, so I think it's dope that this palette was able to have colors that you do usually see on Kim Kardashian. So the next color is Muse, which I believe is similar to NYC, but this one is a bit brighter, so it's more of a coppery tone. I really suck at describing things, so this is just going to be how it looks on my skin tone kind of thing. The next color is Marine, which I really love. It's like a rose gold tone, if you can tell. I really love that. I ran out of fingers, so while I wipe my fingers off, the color, if you guys are, I know some of you guys are gonna ask what is on my lips, and it is ColourPop Pitch lip liner, and I basically just put it all around and fill it in to my lips. I'm really loving the color. I think this is like the perfect mauve color, especially for women of, color, if that's something that you like. I'm really into that kind of mauve dark look sometimes, and it's perfect. It goes with every look. If you don't know what to do a dark lip, as my friend Candace would say. Okay, the next color is Claudia, which is a blue color. I'm not really a big fan of Claudia, but I can see me trying to incorporate it in my looks. For instance, I would put this on my waterline or even on my tear ducts. I think that'd be a cool look. So the next color, now we're on the second row, is Lola, which is one of the few mattes in this palette. So this palette only has 3 mattes, which for me, I'm a matte girl, so it kind of sucks because I love seeing more matte looks. But I like this because it kind of breaks the norm for me. So if you are a shimmery kind of girl, you will really appreciate this color. I mean this palette. But if you're more into mattes, this might not be the palette for you. But it doesn't take away from the beauty of this. Like this color right here, can you say gorgeous? I know I will love using this color just because these two right here are the colors that I love to put on my lid the most. So I know I'll love it. So the next color that's on here is Isabel, which is a orangey nudie color, which I think is amazing color. Can we say? I want this to focus a bit more. That right there is a gorgeous, gorgeous color. Fall is coming. I would have worn this, but I kind of want to do a more gold look because I feel like I don't wear those looks a lot on my channel. But this color right here is everything. So the next color is Violetta. So I did use this on my look, and it's what I used as my transition color. Now if you were, so this is right here, you can barely see it because it's literally is my skin tone. So if you're lighter than me, this would be an amazing like smoky look, but because I am a little on the darker spectrum, it's just a transition color, but it doesn't take away from the beauty. But I really, really love it. So that is my new transition color. So yeah, you can barely see it, but that is Violetta. The next color that I used on my inner tear duct, can you say, I'm gonna take a close up. That itself is, I love that color. That to me is the showstopper in this palette. I have a couple other favorites, so I'm gonna go ahead and swatch it. Look at that pigmentation, and I'll put it right underneath. Can you say showstopper? Like this is gonna be like that color that I wear out on the night if I really want to pop. It looks amazing on my tear ducts, like Fifth Ave. Girl, can you say amazing? Another color that I really like, which I thought would be more pigmented than it is, so that was kind of a disappointment, but that's one of the reasons why I got this palette, and it's called Bronx. You know, what's up people from Bronx, if any of y'all watching. It is not as pigmented as I wanted, but it's still a gorgeous color. Like this color is gonna be it for the fall. I can't wait to do a look on this. Oh my gosh, can you say amazing? And last but not least is Paris, which is more of, I don't know what kind of color this is, but I really, really love this color. So as you can tell, this has a lot of shimmer shades. There are only 3 mattes in this palette, and all the rest are shimmer shades, but they're all gorgeous. So I'm gonna see if I can take a close up. That's like the best focus I've had this whole video. But in order, this is Hollywood, NYC, Kim. Below Kim is Muse, Marina, Claudia, Lolo, Isabel, Violetta, Fifth Ave, Bronx, and Paris. All the way down here. But all in all, I really do like this palette. Now, it's not as pigmented as I thought it would be, but it's still a pigmented palette. And be warned that there is a lot of fallout, like with all the rest of the Anastasia. But either way, the palette is killer. Especially if you're a shimmer girl, this is the palette for you. And it's easy blendable. Like, this won't take a lot to blend. Now, if I were to compare the pigmentation versus the Lorac, which I did in a previous video, if you haven't already watched it, I'll make sure to link it below. Lorac is a bit more pigmented. You don't need as many swatches, but this is a good bang for your buck. This is $45. You get 12 shades, and these shades are it for fall. Like, these are colors that I feel like every girl, whether you're light or dark, will be amazing. Now, depending on your skin tone, some colors will be more pigmented than others, but a way to combat that, if you're dark and you're like, whoa, I don't know if this is gonna show up, is use yeah, NYX Milk Crayon, which I always use as a primer for my eyeshadows, and it helps blend and pop these colors out. So is this a cop or not? Definitely it is a cop. Now, do you need this palette in your collection if you have other similar Anastasia products? I think so, because these colors, yet they are similar, they're not the same, and they have a different pigmentation. So I'm gonna go ahead and compare this to my Anastasia Shadow Couture. Now everyone that, if you're familiar with my channel, you know this is one of my go-to palettes. Now if we were to do side by side, you are getting the same amount of eyeshadows. Now in my opinion, I feel like the Mario palette is bigger in size and pan of quality that you get. I haven't looked in the back to really do the calculations just because I was lazy, but you can tell from yourself. Now another thing that I feel like the Mario palette is missing is a darker color for you to smoke your eyes out. This blue color, some might argue that, well, you can use this to smoke out, but who wants blue in their eyeshadow looks? I know I'm not a fan of that. So what I feel like is missing is a black, but every palette has a black in it. So if you don't have it in this palette, you're not gonna die, because I know if you're a makeup lover, you probably have a black somewhere in your collection. And I wish it had a darker brown like this fudge. Because of my skin tone, Violetta is not as dark as it would be for other people, but it doesn't take away the beauty of the color, and I can always use it as a transition color, just not something to smoke out my eyes. But all in all, I think that the Mario palette is a win, because it has a lot of the colors that are popular for this season, and especially for the fall. So is it a cop or not? It's definitely a cop. Is it something that you have to have? I kind of think so, if you don't have already a lot of shimmer shades. Now if you're a fan of matte, this might not be the palette for you, but I say try something new. You don't want to be that girl that just wears matte. So I really do appreciate this palette. I think is a good bang for your buck. Yes, this is more expensive than the normal Anastasia palette, which ranges $42 to $45, but again, that's only a $3 difference, so it's not a real big deal. But the other palette, that was the Renaissance palette that I don't have because I was really not a fan of it, has 2 more shades than this palette, so that might be a deal breaker for you. But either way, I really do love and appreciate this palette. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review on this palette. Let me know if you guys want me to recreate this look, because the next coming videos, I'm definitely going to do more tutorial-like videos, just because I want to have more versatility on my channel, not just reviews. So let me know if that's something that you're interested in. So till next time, I'll see you on my next video. Bye guys.